Hi, I'm Alex, and I'm here to tell you about Regal. My co-founder Rebecca and I helped build one of the largest online businesses in the home services space, and one of the hardest parts was always customer service. Despite what you may have heard, actually everybody always wanted to call us, and despite the contact center's best efforts to do everything they could to avoid calls, over half of interactions were still on the phone, and that may surprise you. And it's not just the older generation that is looking for calls. Actually, my kids walk up to most electronics and just say, turn on. They assume the default way you interact with most things is through voice. And that's actually what we think the future will hold, more voice. But staffing contact centers is quite expensive. And so most brands underinvest in that channel, which results in really a poor customer experience. When's the last time you had a good customer experience? Imagine calling in, waiting on hold for half an hour, if not hours, and then finally getting on the phone with somebody who is undertrained and unable to help you. That's really a disappointing experience, and it's something that happens every day. And honestly, brands aren't happy about it either. They don't want to underserve customers. It's just that the cost of supporting calls has been so expensive for so many years that it's hard for them to actually go and invest in that channel. Artificial intelligence, or AI, really is completely changing how customers expect experiences to be. And it's allowing us to build experiences that were never possible before. I'm especially excited for how AI agents are going to transform customer service and customer support, because it's going to open up whole new opportunities for brands. We have tens of billions of calls a year with customer service, sales, support, and all of those could now be overhauled by AI agents. The contact center has talked about overhauling or automating calls for many years, but it's never happened. So what's different now? Well, large language models, or LLMs, are a new technology that's completely transformed what's possible for automating calls. First of all, they can understand language, and they can even generate language and reason much like humans, and that empowers brand new AI agent experiences. So what we see is that the way in which consumers are going to interact with your brand is going to completely change. If you think back to the first digital experiences, companies in the 90s were making websites. They thought the internet was a new thing and they wanted a website. And then as Mark Zuckerberg sort of invented the social experience, every brand needed to have a social presence. And Steve Jobs then led the way for apps. And by 2015, everybody had an app. Now in 2025, we expect every brand will have AI agents. And that'll be the way in which most people want to interact. They will want a conversational experience instead of just a website, social, or an app. Now, why isn't this everywhere yet? If it's so easy to do and you see lots of demos of AI voice, why is it not happening? Well, it's actually quite hard to make production-ready enterprise AI agents, and it's something that Regal is working very hard on. First, we've generated all the integrations that are necessary to connect with your system. Second, we do the actual orchestration or agentic part of this so that the agents can do more than answer questions. They can actually take action. Third, we've built the testing framework. These agents are not deterministic, they're stochastic, which means we need to be able to know what will happen across huge varieties of interactions. And last, we need to make sure they're safe. So ultimately, Regal is building AI agents that are customized for your business and your customer. At this point, we've done hundreds of millions of calls, we've driven billions in revenue for our customers, and helped reduce the cost to serve by over half. Ultimately, I want to impart on you that now is the moment to use AI agents. We want you to be treating your customers like royalty, because if you're not, somebody else will be.